see, let me go ahead and hit the record button. So I'm not planning on keeping anyone here for a long, long time. This is just for us to touch base after a break and to see where we're at and where we're going. So I've been gone as well. I've been gone. This is my first day back too, after being gone for a little while. So, I am checking everything and making sure to see where we're at and where everybody else is at in class and everything. So some are looking good, some are not. So we have 15 days left in this semester. I know, wow, right? 15 days, 15 class days, all right? And so what that means is that we have, 15 school days, not class days, so 15 school days. So, so that's not a lot of time because 5 of those days are going to be finals week. So you really only have two weeks of actual school, okay? So of getting all your assignments done. So if you are behind, if you are failing, if you don't have things turned in, it is extremely important that you get those things done. I saw a lot of people over the break getting a lot of Google Docs, Google Classroom work done, which is great. That's wonderful. I'm going to catch up on grading that stuff. I know a lot of you were behind on that. That's fantastic. What I noticed though is a lot of people were not turning in the summit work. And I'm kind of disappointed because I thought, well, for sure, they're turning in their Google Classroom work. I go look on Summit and there is nowhere near the work on Summit that I expected. And so I'm really, really concerned because there is a lot of, I think my camera is messing up on my computer, so I apologize. I am concerned with some of the work not being turned in on Summit. Some people have still not turned in their Odyssey paper. I'm going to be plugging in zeros for that if you haven't turned that in. Some of you have, which is fine, which is wonderful, which is great. So don't worry about that. I'm not talking to you if you have. But if you have not, your grade is going to significantly change very shortly. And it will be today. If you all did not check the email today, I am going to be calling parents today, this week, if you're failing class. Because what's going to happen is that in 9th grade, you all know that starting in 9th grade, this counts towards your graduation from high school, right? Yeah. So if you don't pass English in this semester, you will not be on track for graduation. And not to scare you or anything, but this is extremely important. English is required all 4 years of high school. It is something that you have to have. And so my job is to try to make sure that you get there. And I'm going to do my best to try to get you there in these next 2 weeks. I don't care where you're at, how far behind you are, I'm going to try to get you there. And I'm going to try to work with you the best I can. But I cannot do it without you. Now, if you were in my classroom, it'd be totally different, and I would be pulling you aside every 2 seconds, and I would be bothering you all the time. You'd be so tired of me. You'd be going like, Miss Cox, I'm so tired of you nagging me. Would you just leave me alone? But I can't do that because you're not here. So you are going to have to step up. And again, like I said, if you are failing, I am going to be calling your parents and talking to them as well so that we can try to work out something. So I do want to get you back on track. However, the good news is that we are pretty much caught up in our classes, okay? So I just gave you your final project for our class today. If you notice on Google Classroom, I have given you your final project for your class. So your Medea final project has been assigned. All right, it is not due until next Tuesday. All right, so you have over a week to finish your final project, to catch up on all your assessments, to catch up on anything that you're behind on, to do all of that stuff. So freshmen, you guys have really done well, and we have stuck to our schedule, and we are actually ahead. So yay for you. You guys have some extra time. Okay, so that gives you some time to kind of stay caught up or to stay on track or to even work on other classes should you need to. okay, if you are in good shape. So that's kind of where we're at with our class right now. And I wanted to make sure that I touch base with you on that so that you all are aware, and from me where we're at, so that you know how to get help and things like that. I am here through email. I will set up private Zoom sessions with you, tutoring sessions, whatever we need to do to get you all taken care of. I'm here to help with questions, assessments, things like that. We'll do workshops. We can do whatever we need to help you get through these things. So, because that's, like I said, I'm here for you to get you through this class. That is my job, and that's what I want to do. Like I said, a lot of you are doing well, and some of you are not doing so well. And I just definitely want to make sure that we are getting everyone to where they need to be. So, like I said, I know I've been gone for a couple weeks and haven't been able to answer a whole lot of questions. So what kind of things have you run into the last couple weeks that you have questions about? This is just for you guys. This is just your class. So what have you run into over the last couple weeks that you need help with, or questions that you have questions on? I guarantee you're not the only one who has questions. So please feel free to ask. And if you don't want to ask on the camera, you can ask on chat. It's totally fine. I have not seen that schedule yet. So the question that we got was on Thursday, do all students, even virtual students, test at the high school? I have not seen that schedule yet. So I'm not sure. And so I can't give that answer at the moment. So I don't have that full schedule yet. So I can't give, that's one thing I don't know yet. I do know that I'm doing makeup testing the week after that, so. So no one had any trouble the week that I was gone? Nobody had any issues or anything like that? No one's got any questions? I'm gonna call parents this week. It is going to be this week, and it's gonna be as soon as I get all the grades updated. Okay, it's going to be, so I'm working on it right now. I'm going through trying to catch up on grading all the work that has been turned in over the last couple of weeks. I'm trying to go through class by class. Right now I'm working on seniors. So it may be later in the week before I get to freshmen, but I will definitely be calling parents. So, so yes, and it's a very good chance if you have a D in class, I will be calling parents, because if you're that close to failing, then I'm going to be calling parents. So D's or F's are probably going to get phone calls. But I am calling parents because I don't know, every time I have called parents, I have noticed that parents are shocked by what I tell them. So I'm not sure if everyone's being honest or not to their parents. So, yeah, and I don't like to tell people when I'm going to call, because that gets a little tricky too. So I'll call when I call. So, but it'll be sometime probably later in the week. Well, that's on you. That's up to you. When do I recommend that you start the final project for Medea? That's up to you. How long do you think it will take you to complete the project? Have you had a chance to look at it? How long do you think how long it will take you to complete a good project that's going to get you a good grade? So, I mean, that's really up to you. I definitely wouldn't wait till the night before it's due. You definitely want to turn in something that's good, something that's going to get you a good grade, something that's going to, that you're going to be proud to turn in. It is your final project for the semester. So, oh, and I do want to remind you, exemptions for finals. If you want to be exempt from finals, you have to have an A or a B in class, okay? If you want to be exempt from finals, you have to have an A or B in class. And that goes for virtual students too. It has nothing to do with absences or anything this year. It's only if you have an A or a B in class. So anyone who has an A or a B is exempt from finals. And I should let I think next week I'll be able to let everybody know who's exempt and who's not. So, but that's if you have all your stuff turned in. So everything has to be turned in by next week. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. You have to get things turned in. I mean, things are way, way, way past due. So what else? What other questions do you have? What other questions have come up? Well, it depends on when you turn it in. If you turn it in last minute, you're only going to get one shot. If you turn it in early, then I have a chance to grade it before then, and you'll have a couple times. So that was how many attempts do you get to do the final project on Medea? And the truth is, if you turn it in on time, then if you turn it in late, you're obviously only going to get one shot at it. If you turn it in, I have to have all the grades done. I believe I have to let everybody know when they are exempt by, I want to say I have to let everybody know by Friday the 11th. So if you don't have everything turned in by the 11th and done, so I can get everything graded, then that's it. So I guess it depends on if you get it turned in before the 11th, how many times you turn it in before the 11th. I try to get things graded pretty quickly. I cannot answer that. So the question is, do you have to take finals for Virtual Arkansas? Virtual Arkansas is a totally different ball game. So you'll have to ask the Virtual Arkansas people. That's a totally different school district. So that they have different policies. Any other questions? Okay. Yes, you'll have to I sent you an email about that. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Okay. So what else? What other questions do you all have? This is your time. This is your time so that you guys can make sure that you get all your questions answered and you have my undivided attention. So that you can get everything that you need answered between now and whenever. And then if you want, you guys can study for assessments today, and during office hours, I can do assessments this afternoon. Here's the thing, okay? If I see that you are not studying for assessments, and yes, I can see that you are studying for assessment or not studying for assessments. If you are not clicking on things and studying for stuff, and like I said, yes, I can see what you are clicking on in Summit. I can see what, if you are studying the objectives in Summit that you need to be studying, okay? If you are not doing that, then I'm not going to accept your assessment, okay? People are getting upset because their assessments are not getting accepted. If you're not clicking on your resources after you've taken the assessment once or twice, I'm not going to accept your assessment, okay? You need to study, okay? The reason, some of you are not passing these assessments because you're not studying. Some of you aren't passing because you're not asking for help. Some of you are taking these assessments 10 or 13 times and you're not asking for any assistance. Those of you who have asked for help after like the third time usually can pass them. You got to ask for help. You got to ask for guidance. If you're struggling, you have to ask for help. That's what I'm here for. There's no reason for you all to struggle alone over there and be frustrated and upset and feeling like you can't do it. without a teacher there, because that's what I'm here for. The whole purpose of me being here is to help you. Just because you're in virtual school doesn't mean you don't have a teacher. So please ask for help if you're struggling, and we got to get you through these assessments so that you can get your grades up. Okay. So definitely ask for help. If you're struggling, ask for help. So make sure you're asking questions about those assessments if you need to. So what other questions do you have? Questions for your class. English 1. You've got my undivided attention. I am all yours. What do you need? How many sentences should go into the paragraph? Well, okay. How many sentences should go into the paragraph for the final project? How many sentences are usually in a paragraph? How many sentences have we been practicing writing with those expanded pie paragraphs? Think about those expanded pie paragraphs that we've been practicing with all year, all semester. Okay. Go back to the beginning. Go back to what we've been practicing with. So we practice with those expanded pie paragraphs for a reason. So we use those because that's what the goal is. The goal is to get you to that point to where you are comfortable writing like that on a regular basis. So you need to be able to write in that expanded pie paragraph continuously on a regular basis. Okay, does that make sense? That needs to be your go-to. So that needs to be, so whenever I say I want you to write a paragraph, you need to say, okay, Ms. Cox want me to write a paragraph. You need to think, okay, my pie extended paragraph. I need to go back and look at that and figure out what that, so I need to go back and write that like Ms. Cox wants me to, because that's what she's expecting from me. Okay. So every time I say I want you to write a paragraph, you got to go back and look at that pie extended paragraph template, because that's what I expect from you. Okay. So, and I guarantee, and that's what your teachers later on. So when you get to 10th, 11th and 12th grade, that's what your teachers are going to expect from you as well. Okay. So that's why we're teaching it to you now in 9th grade, because as you move forward in high school here at the school at the Siloam Springs, that's what they're going to be using every year. Okay. But it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. So it's going to be more developed. I say bigger and bigger. It's just going to get more developed as you go. Okay. So you got to get comfortable writing in that expanded pie paragraph format. All right. So continue to use that on a regular basis. And it's just a paragraph, guys. It's not 5 paragraphs. All right. It's just a paragraph. Any other questions? Are you sure? Everyone's good? I'm yours. I'm all yours. Okay, guys. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to respect your time and let you go. However, please, 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 like I said, if you are behind, use this time, because like I said, you've got a week to finish your final project. Okay. Turn it in early. I'll try to get it graded early. And then but use this time to catch up on your assessments, catch up on any work that you're behind on. If you have not done any work if you have not turned in your Odyssey paper, turn it in, please turn it in. It's going to hurt your grades severely if you don't. If you're behind on anything, get stuff turned in. You've got to get these final projects turned in. The final projects for each of these units is what is killing everyone's grades, okay? You've got to get them turned in. Summit is where your projects are. It is 70% of your grade. Summit has to get turned in. The work in Summit has to get turned in, okay? I'm calling parents this week. If you have a D or an F, I'm calling parents, okay? If you have an A or a B in class, you will be exempt from finals. So let's work towards that. Let's be exempt, because, you know, I like kids to be exempt, because you know what that means? I don't have to grade papers. Yay for teachers. Hey. So, but guys, again, if you need help, please ask. That's what I'm here for. Okay. I will do whatever it takes. I will stay late after school. Okay. I don't mind. I will come in early and work with you. I don't care. I will have Zoom sessions at 7:30 in the morning if I have to try to help you. Okay. Just whatever you need. Okay. But you've got to ask for help. Okay. I can't read your mind, and I can't, you know, use telepathy to figure out what's going on. Okay. So let's see. Yes, I will be grading the last checkpoint about Jason this week. Yes, I will be grading I'm going to do my very, very best to get everything graded this week. Like right now I'm working, like I said, I'm working on the seniors right now. So hopefully I can be done with that this morning sometime. And then between meetings and stuff, I can work on those. And then I'm just going to keep on working. I'm just going to keep on working on grading papers. I have a lot to catch up on. And, I've got to do Summit and Google Classroom. But I will get everything graded and caught up. A's and B's in all of our class. Yes, it is. If you have A's and B's in all of your classes, it is very possible for you to not take any finals. Yes, it is. We have lots of students who don't take any finals. Yep, absolutely. If you have A's and B's in all of your classes, you can have a whole entire week off, an extra week off of school. Yes, you can. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yes. So anyway, but yes, that can actually happen. So yes, you can do that. But anywho, you guys, like I said, if you need help, ask me. I'm here for you. I want you all to have A's and B's. I am love for you guys to have A's and B's, all of you. So if you need me, I'm here for you. Ask me. If you need some tutoring, I will be there. I will help you. We can walk through everything together. If you need help with an assessment, we'll walk through that together, whatever you need, okay? But other than that, if you guys don't have anything else for me, I will let you go. So anything else? Okay, you guys have a good one. Bye.